episode probably 4 or 5 times before I went in because I knew that people were just gonna slam me for it, right? Which, I mean, whatever, allow them. If you don't, if you really can't stand me, that's totally fine. Listen to the Japanese. It's not like you don't have an option. So people can bitch as much as they want, but all it is a button you press, man.
I know.
Audio change. But I really wanted to nail it, right? So I went in there, and like the laugh alone, I mean, I did one take, and they're like, okay, let's move on. And I okay, that's not exactly, it's a little bit different in my head, let me try it again. And I probably did that about 6 or 7 times. So I was really difficult for the last episode. It probably took me 10 times as long as it would to record an episode regularly. And of course, one of the problems with that is when you give them lots of options of things to choose from, they'll, almost always choose the one that you're not quite as happy with. So for the laugh, of course, the one they picked is the one that had like the inadvertent horse whinny in the middle of it. It was like, that was an accident, but yeah, they're like, okay, that's good. That sounds crazy. How much time do we have here? What are we?
I mean, it says we're here till 8:30, and I know it says we have viewers' choice up until 10. I'm going to go ahead and push that back to 9 o'clock if it's okay with you. I don't know if you have anything.
It's up to these guys, man.
I mean, I don't know if you have anything here, but would you like me to go into episode 3 and have him do like running commentary, if you want?
I don't know.
He's the guest.
I mean, I'm asking you all, but
well, what's supposed to be here now?
It's supposed to be viewers' choice, and but I'm gonna go ahead and push that a little bit further here.
Are any of you guys here for that?
I just came for you, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I drove from Richmond just for you.
Yes.
Look,
Going back to
you're the guest here, and I'm accommodating you and everything. I mean, I'll be floating around here. It's like, and I'll be honest with you, I know you more from Gundam Wing and Gundam, but it's nice to see this again and to be with you all.
You and your fans. I'll print those out before I came here.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be something
Armor
you
of
should
Ray.
give
That's
fans and
sweet. So
stuff.
people that don't have anything to sign or whatever, right?
Like
Thanks,
me.
man.
Okay.
That's so cool.
I think I was spot on, but yeah.
Oh, that's nothing. No, you got it.
He's like, wait a minute.
Wait, I don't know.
Cool.
Do you have any other panels tonight besides this?
No, I think this is it for today.
Okay.
So,
Why don't you stick around here?
so what do you guys want to do? You're here. Do you want to chat or do you want to watch another episode or what do you want to do?
I wanted to ask kind of a random question.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, in episode 2, he's yelling at his TV. Did you ever think about how they didn't hear him yelling at his?
What was the question in there?
Did you ever think about how like his mom and sister didn't hear him yelling at his TV?
Excellent insulation in the house.
Perhaps
I thought of that.
Or neglectful parenting.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably a bit from column A, a bit from column B. And also, if a lot of times that happens, and not just in anime, but in every show, if you enter too much reality into it, you lose a story. There's just no story anymore. It's like, okay, yeah, you spoiled it the first minute because, logistics and, common sense took over. It's like, okay, well, let's just finish it right here.
I might as well ask it now, considering it's here. Are you aware of all the music videos that they've created for you and L and stuff like that? I mean, there was this one video where it says, "Do I creep you out?" by L, and it has L like washing your feet and stuff like that. I mean, are you aware of all the fanfics and all the fan fantasies that everyone has about L and life?
I have no comment. Okay, well, I'm not surprised to hear that stuff's out there. I don't seek it out. Since you were talking about Gundam Wing, because of Gundam Wing, that got me invited to my first convention, and I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know anything about. I didn't even know they had anime conventions. I mean, the first anime that I ever saw was a movie called Akira, or Akira, if you prefer, right? And I loved it. It was gritty and bloody and freaky and all that kind of stuff, right? But so Gundam Wing we recorded, and I didn't know. See, Death Note I knew was going to become pretty popular here in the States as well as Japan. Gundam Wing I had no clue about. We recorded it. I thought it was cool, giant robots. I dig that. Like I said, I wanted to be an astronaut, which didn't pan out. I think every kid wants to be an astronaut at some point, though. So I went to my first convention, and that was where I was explained what yaoi was. So that was the first time that I kind of my eyes were open to the idea of pairing people from shows, guys with other guys. And my first taste of that was kind of funny, because they actually had all 5 of the Gundam pilots at this convention. So we're in a big room. It was a big convention, so we're in a big room, and there was like an auditorium with a stage and curtains, and they made a big production. They pull the curtains, and we come walking out, and there's a big long table and a bunch of chairs, so we all kind of say hello, and then we all sit down, and then we're like maybe 2 or 3 questions in, and then there's like giggling and stuff going on, and somebody's question was basically, can you guys all stand up? And Brad, we need you to go over here, and Kirby, you go down there, and you stay right there, whatever. And so we're like, okay, whatever. So we all kind of, play musical chairs, and then we sit down, and people just go nuts. And we're so confused. We're all self-conscious now, right? And it turned out later that they had matched us in our pairings, right? Poor Wu-Fei sitting at the end like this. Like, oh, okay, what exactly is that? Oh, let me tell you. So it really doesn't surprise me that, but they don't, see, there's so much fodder for it, though. Like, we were talking about earlier about them being handcuffed together and stuff, and the foot washing, even the tennis match. Oh, yeah.
I mean, even before watching that, isn't like, you were thinking of yourself, does this remind you of anything? I'm like, were you just thinking of yourself, thinking to yourself that when you saw some of those scenes?
I have no comment.
I'm like, but I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's fun to watch and everything. But it's nice to know that some girls have really wild imagination.
I do get the question, from time to time, what do I think of yaoi? And my answer is always pretty similar. It's basically, it's not something that I'm into, obviously, but I know that the whole idea of yaoi, and yuri for that matter, spawns a lot of creativity in people. So, and I'm an art guy, right? I draw. And so if people are drawing, I don't really care what they're drawing. If they're artistically inclined and there's something out there that's urging them to draw, then I'm all for it. And if it's yaoi or yuri or whatever, at least they're being creative. So I'm all for that aspect of things. Any more questions or comments or?
Well, just one more. I'd like to ask, is there anything that you saw on the internet that was like kind of embarrassing or funny that has been posted about yourself?
Anything on the interhood? The interhood? Is there anything on the internet that I find embarrassing?
Yeah, that's been posted about yourself, yes.
I don't, oh man. Everything that ends up on the internet about me I find embarrassing. I mean, oh God, it's so embarrassing. Okay, to give you an idea, like if my parents decided to go on YouTube and type in my name or something, you'd probably find like 50 clips of me laughing at a camera because people want me to do like the weird laugh and stuff, right? And it's one thing when you're alone in a booth and there's nobody watching, and it's almost therapeutic that way, right? It's, you having a bad day, you go in the studio and you just kind of release all the demons through that. But then I'll be at a panel and somebody asks me to do it, and then all these cameras come out, and it's horrifyingly embarrassing. But see, I don't look anything up on the internet to do with me, because most of it's wrong. Anybody that's got information about me, it's all wrong. According to the internet, I'm 5'7", and I love riding horses and cross-country skiing and stuff like that. Like, well, okay.
Good old Wikipedia.
I mean, okay. There was Wikipedia. At one point, one of my friends, I guess they were doing. My friends, they're all idiots. I love them, but they give me a hard time, right? So every once in a while they'll check up on me as far as the internet is concerned. Then they'll usually have some kind of embarrassing story to make me feel ashamed with. But so at one point, a buddy of mine said, "Yo, you gotta check out your Wikipedia page." And I go, "I have a Wikipedia page? How cool is that, right?" So Wikipedia, and okay, so what am I looking for? And right down at the bottom, it says, "Brad Swaile loves boobies." So my initial reaction is, well, it's not untrue. Like I can't really get upset about that because it's accurate. I love boobies, I'll admit it. So that was up there for a couple days and it vanished. And I'm thinking like, wow, somebody took the time. I have no idea why. Like that came out of nowhere. but like it's not true. It's not untrue. It's not like a total fabrication. It's a strange thing for somebody to add to a wiki page. But no, I've learned to ignore most of that stuff. I mean, it's so anonymous that people. I mean, for the most part, people are just going to slam you. So why would I subject myself to that? Forget it. I don't care. If I don't know who you are and you can't slam me to my face, then whatever. But I mean, there's also, I've seen that happen. It's like if you're ever trying to look anything up that's useful on the internet, and so there's postings about stuff, and like the first one is kind of on topic, the second one is somebody, kind of misinterpreting, but still trying to help, and then it's just people calling each other names. Like, okay, well, that's not helpful anymore, right? So, I've looked up some of my stuff previously in the past, and there's people that are, tearing a strip out of me, and it is kind of reassuring when you have people that I've never met before that come to your rescue. It's like, I don't need you to stick up for me, but it's so sweet that you do. Oh, you don't know nothing. Brad Swaile's a good guy. Awesome this. I'm like, yeah, you tell him. You give him what for. But no, I try and avoid that stuff because it just hurts your feelings. You don't know me. No. But no, most of the information you find on the internet about anybody is all wrong. And people, they'll post stuff like it's gospel. Oh, well, I heard from this and heard from that, so it must be true. Like, I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Brad Swaile loves boobies. That one was true. Okay, what else can we talk about? Save me for myself. Yes, please.
Are you going to be at the VIP brunch thing tomorrow?
The brunch. I don't think I'm VIP. Oh, do I get in for free?
Yes.
Do I get to sneak in?
So.
Yeah, it's basically the guests get to come in and then.
Oh, okay. Well, then totally I'll be there. What's for brunch?
I have no idea. Breakfast food.
Food, I guess.
I wonder if they're serving some noodles.
See, brunch is a weird thing to me. You never know what to expect. Like, is there going to be bacon and scrambled eggs, or is there going to be sandwiches, finger foods? Has anybody been to this brunch before, like last year?
I think I went last year. It seemed like more of a breakfast than a lunch.
Okay.
But there were some
I like breakfast.
there were some sandwiches and such and all that. But I remember getting a lot of eggs and bacon and French toast. So
Awesome.
I distinctly remember that.
You can't turn down bacon.
I know.
I'm going to be stuffing it in my pockets.
So it's not Canadian bacon.
That's okay. I like regular bacon.
Oh.
I like Canadian bacon, and I am Canadian, so.
And speaking of bacon, did
Did I hear birthday cake?
Oh yeah, I think that's tomorrow.
cake? Ah! Chocolate, strawberry, cupcake,
Suddenly everybody turned
cupcake.
into little
Cheesecake.
elves. Cake.
I know. Chocolate.
So yes, I will be at the brunch. I don't know what I'm supposed to do at the brunch. It's like a meet and greet type thing, I guess.
It's meet and greet.
Okay, so I'm supposed to be meeting and greeting and shoveling food in my mouth at the same time. That's awesome.
And feeling bacon.
That's good. It's good. Yeah.
And bacon.
What's that over there?
Cosplay?
You're gonna be what?
Like tomorrow.
Ah, right des. Very good. Because if you were Al, I wouldn't let you in.
Oh.
Yeah. You gotta go. You gotta go. Oh, unless you apologize right now.
Give us better.
L is for loser. L is also for light. I shouldn't say that.
I killed all anyway.
I was just wondering, will you do autographs and pictures tonight at all? Because this might, I work tomorrow, so this might be only day here.
No, I'm basically gonna call your work and change that.
I was thinking about telling I was sick, but
Yeah. No,
I get reviewed next week, so I don't think that's good.
One thing I'm figuring about this convention is everything's very fluid. So
Yeah.
I'll do. Yeah, if you got stuff here that you want signed or whatever, I'll do that. If you want to do pictures, I'll do that. I'm not very pretty, but we'll make do. Dim the lights a little bit more.
Right.
It'll be fun. But yeah, you can do whatever. This is clearly our convention, and we can do whatever
Yeah,
we
pretty
want
much.
to do. So that's pretty good. Do you want to do that now?
I mean,
I mean, we can do a little bit before we get into episode
Yeah.
3.
I don't know.
I
Do you
mean,
guys have more stuff you want to talk about, or?
I was going to mention because you brought up bacon. And did you notice there was this Burger King in Japan that had this Whopper that had like 150 things of bacon?
That's a whole lot of
Okay.
bacon.
that will kill you.
7 minutes for Windows 7.
I think so.
Is
But it was like-
is it called the heart attack?
That's
No,
all.
no, no. Someone posted on YouTube. Some in Japan posted on YouTube this